congratulations on 30 points. What's been the difference with the last sort of week or two with you just sort of progressing into this another prime of yours? What's been the difference?
I mean, to be honest, not too much. I feel like the same shots I was taking early in the season or the same shots I'm getting now, and it's just fortunate enough that the ball has been dropping for me, and the team has done a good job of just finding me in rhythm. And yeah, I mean, if you ask Coach, he'll probably say it because I'm at the 4, but yeah, it's just dropping.
Schueller, what do you reckon? What have you seen from Casey as of late? Sort of taking charge. He's obviously playing a really key role that you will need if you want to challenge for this premiership.
Yeah, part of it is he's getting some time in a position where I think he has an advantage against whoever he sees. But tonight he probably played 50-50 between the 3 and the 4, and the real answer is the work he's putting in and the work he has done is now he's ready to let it roll, and the confidence he has in himself and just his spots. I think that's the biggest shift that I've seen from him, and I think now the consistency, we're starting to get those rewards. So no, it's exciting to see him play that way.
Casey, obviously there was the 1985 championship team here tonight. As a playing group, how motivating is that, and how happy are you to have been able to sort of just give them the game that they would have loved to have seen?
Oh yeah, extremely motivating. Anytime you get a chance to play in front of legends, just getting a win for those guys, it just means everything, especially towards me, because I respect what the club has done. I respect the legacy and the players, and they always around and they always giving us good feedback and words of wisdom and things like that. So being able to get this win for those guys is unbelievable for us.
Schueller, what was the most positive aspect out of tonight's game? There was plenty of positives, there was things to work on, but what was the one thing you took from that game, you think, leading into a big game against Melbourne?
Yeah, I think Toy Smith-Milner and Isaac White came into the game at a really key time and pretty much changed the rhythm for us. Full credit to Adelaide. We know we've unfortunately lived it where people are out and you're trying to figure things out, and I thought they battled really well, and we knew the longer we sustained pressure, it goes our way. But at that key moment, I thought those two came in, gave us something really positive. I thought Tyrell, right from the start, had a great intent. And again, our mindset on the defensive end, we're not sitting defensive rating where we want to, and so that's basically all we've spoken about this last 7 days. And to see our intent, the way we came out, and to put that pressure on, to hold them around the 80 mark, that's a pleasing step forward for us.
Yeah, Schueller, I remember you said, I think it was this time about last season, where you said Tyrell's in a really, one of his sort of best place he's been sort of basketball-wise in his career. What do you think about that now? Tonight, 19 points, 18 points, 17 rebounds, scored the first 6. Huge tonight, and he defended Isaac very well as well. So how important was he tonight, in your opinion, and sort of how do you assess the level of game he's playing at right now?
Yeah, I think last week is a real evidence of how much we miss him when he's not around. So, tonight I thought he wanted to bounce back and come in and just give us everything. And I thought his intent was great on the glass. And when we see that at Tyrell and then his activity on the defensive end, they're the two things that he's going to have a good night. He's a really talented guy, and we know he started the preseason really well. And I think as we're evolving as a group and really understanding with the changes we've had to make what we look like, he's now finding new advantages again as well. So we just want to keep taking steps forward, and I think Tyrell's going to be a big part of that.
Justin, and with the championship team on board tonight, as a coach, what was it like sort of just to be able to get that 19-point win and secure it? And there was moments there where Adelaide were coming right back into it, and you guys just sort of fended them off. In past seasons, that might not have been the case. How impressed and happy are you about that?
Yeah, it's to what Kay said about the 85 team, to have legends in the building. And one of the beautiful things of our club is we do have a lot of history, and there are banners in the rafters. And we touched on that pre-game about what are we going to leave our mark on this club, and how are we going to do it. It's you may not always get the win, but it's about how you go about it. And I thought the intent in that space was really great for us. the bigger part to this is, someone else has 7 losses now as well. And so as we start trying to climb, that becomes a really important part. And now that we get more games coming a little quicker, that's where we want to continue to put our best foot forward and understand this is what it takes to be able to be consistent in this league.
Casey, sort of how excited are you to get to Melbourne and really be able to put your stamp on this? Because as Justin said, now you've got another team that's sort of got 7 losses, and you can really go from 9th to maybe into 4th or 5th here. It's a huge game. What's sort of your thoughts ahead of that one?
Yeah, man, I'm just excited about another opportunity to play, to be honest. You can't take these games for granted, especially at this high level. So I think everybody on our team understands that we have to keep climbing, keep getting better, and this is another opportunity for us to do so in Melbourne. It's a pretty good team, so we just got to, go out there and do what we do.
Jules, any word on Bannon, if he'll be able to play on Sunday?
Yeah, no, Josh will be out this week. We're hoping, next week he'll be right to go. So yeah, the team we had tonight is the team we'll have for Sunday, and that is an exciting thing for us. That, we get a second game pretty quick here, and against a good team that had a good road win the other night, and for us it's. We felt we were probably 3/4 had a good battle against them last time. Now we've got to keep trying to find our consistency. So, yeah, great challenge for us, and we can't wait for it.
All right, Chris, you can go ahead.
Yeah, Casey, it's an interesting one you're discussing with Justin about if you're a 4-man or if you're a 3-man at this point in your career. Where do you sit on it? Do you want to keep being a 3-man, or as it evolves over time, do you think you might settle into that 4 spot more and more?
I mean, to be honest, I don't really care too much. I mean, I feel like basketball is basketball. Any position I can pretty much play. I played anywhere from point guard to center in high school. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, I trust Coach. I trust his thought process on my advantages and what the team needs to win. So I'm happy just to be playing, to be honest.
Yourself and Ariana do a great job of making it look like you're not husband and wife when you're talking to each other on camera. I'm fascinated to get your thoughts. What's it like being interviewed by your wife on TV?
Yeah, it was very difficult. I was trying to keep a straight face the whole time. It was very tough. But she told me before the game, just, answer the questions normally like I would to anyone else. But, I wanted to say a couple jokes to her, but, I didn't want to get her in trouble on her side. So, I'm just, again, I'm just proud of her. She does a great job balancing being a mom, a wife, and doing her job here. So she's great.
Absolutely. Justin, another great positive out of tonight was that obviously Case and Ty were so dominant in the first half, but then you had so many other guys step up in the second half. Both Bateman and Cook had their moments. Nordo had a huge second half, and Toey, like you mentioned as well. That was a pleasing part where you didn't have to rely on those two guys to continue to get the job done.
Yeah, we know that we can't be a team that relies on a couple. We need everyone to come to the party and provide what they can in the way that we want to go about it. And, that's the pleasing part for me is, when we kept the ball off the floor, we let it move. Like, we had a great advantage every single time. And, we were able to play through Case, we were able to play through Ty at times. But, Nordo, I think, found his spots in a real key moment too. So, the evolution and understanding of where everyone can get theirs is getting better and better. And on a night where, Dre and JB are probably quieter than what we'd like or what they'd like, great to see other people step up. And that's where we know as we grow, that's going to be the important part of what we can do with our depth and how we can attack each game.
You touched on it earlier, but is Sunday now, I guess, the big test? Because you don't need me to tell you, I'm sorry to bring it up, but the last 2 seasons you've played Melbourne, you've struggled. I mean, is it now time? Do you owe D1, and is it time to play well against them?
Yeah, they're the benchmark right now, sitting on top. So anytime you get to go play a team of that calibre, you learn a lot about yourself. Are we ready? We'll find out Sunday. But the thing that I've seen every day in practice now for a while is that growth of what it is going to take and what championship standards do look like. So, you know, that's now where we get to try and continue to build and grow on this. You know, every game right now is kind of a playoff game for us, knowing that we've got the advantage of games in hand. So we don't want to let opportunity to slip or go away. So, you know, I'm going to be looking at more about how we respond and of this win, and can we continue to grow more than what Melbourne are trying to do.
Thanks, guys.